Alright, gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 139. We are back. Let's jump in, shall we? Last night we left off, we had just gotten to the Western Plaguelands. We kind of started learning about what's going on in the Plaguelands, who the Argent Dawn is, just kind of lightly getting our feet into this zone, so... we're going to continue with that tonight. We left off with about, what did we say, 7 bars from level 60, our goal. But as we mentioned before, we're going to continue on a little past 60 if we make it, Lord willing. Knock on wood 3 times. And just, finish up all of the quests in the world. We've basically done every single zone up to this point anyways, so we might as well, right? This is a raid quest to go talk to Tinky Steamboil. We know who she is. We've met her before. We've seen her. We're gonna hide it. We're not gonna do the raid quests or the dungeon quests, of course, but I slap him with a fish because I'm that kind of bitch. It's kind of a bar. Unfortunately, I think that's a bar. See, I was supposed to do some inventory maintenance last night after I got off, and I just literally got right off. I was supposed to restock our poisons. I was supposed to get new thrown weapons. I was supposed to get new bombs. I was supposed to maybe do some crafting, and I just completely forgot about it. So maybe tonight when we're done. Let's hide Winter Spring. Let's hide Orgrimmar. Let's hide Moonglade, and let's hide Felwood. These are the actual quests we have, I believe. So we need Dawson's Tears, or the Cauldron Key from Dawson's Tears. I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay, here it is. It's kind of hidden behind this rare mob Foulmane. As well as Miss Dawson's Diary. Made it back to the bulwark. Some copper, but we'll leave that for a lower level player that might need it more than us. We need to go back to Janice and give her this good luck charm. She's in the inn. She's upstairs at the inn, I remember. Just try and sneak into her. The slavering ghouls, the skeletal sorcerers. Janice. John, honey, where are you? John, sweetheart, is that you? I'm so cold all of a sudden. Aww.
You give the half charm back to the apparition. She looks at it, then at you expectantly. Honey, where did you put your half of the charm? We can't be together unless we have both halves. Honey, can you see me?
Oh, that's so sad, dude. She just wants to be with her husband, but he's undead, moved on, forgotten he's now a roach salesman.
The ramblings of the poor ghost continue. I'm so cold, John. Bring me your charm and we'll be together. Quickly, John, before the plague comes to change us into hideous beasts. I can't see you, John, but I know you're near. I feel you near me.
Oh.
Perhaps if the second half of the charm was found and reassembled, this would constitute what the spirit of Janice Fellstone is seeking.
Fellstone, good luck charm, 13 shadow resistance. Locate the other half of the good luck charm somewhere on the Fellstone farm. Well, poor Janice, man. 707, that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and slap some new poisons on. Let's pop a stamina food buff. And we'll figure out where this good luck charm is. I think it's just on a random target at the farm, is what it looks like. On the jabbering ghouls. Or more specifically, this one jabbering ghoul. Nice. We got a scroll of strength as well, and some minor scourge stones, so those are pretty nice. I think the Ichor of Undeath is more of like a alchemist or tailor's reagent. So I think we're just gonna sell them. Combine the other half. What's happening to everyone? I feel cold. John, don't let the ghouls get together. Sorry, no, John, don't let the ghouls get you. Don't let the ghouls get me. Nasty ghouls. Our charm will keep us safe.
You hand the reassembled good luck charm to Janice Fellstone's ghost. As soon as she grasps it, you observe an almost immediate change in her. Her ethereal form shimmers and she looks upon you with clear yet sad eyes. You freed me. I no longer will need this charm. Please take it and perhaps it will give you the solace it has given me.
Oh. Godspeed, Janice. Sneak out the front, I guess. I was gonna say the back, but really it's the front. Keep all this stuff. Throw that strength buff on us. Might as well get the use out of it now. And then the Dawson farm seems to be right here. Dawson's Tears. We need to gather a sample at this cauldron as well, so let's clear our way up to it. These rotting cadavers have a corrupted stamina disease that they can put on you. -4 stamina. I don't know how long it lasts, but diseases are usually ones that you can't really kick. They're almost instant speed. The cadavers have these worms that come out of them. It's good to know. Each cauldron seems to be emitting a different kind of plague or poison, and it's causing a different kind of undead disease around different areas. Over here we've got like rotting cadavers. When they die, they're becoming their bodies like release a bunch of worms. They're rotting from the inside. The Fellstone Field was more like typical undead sorcerers and like zombies. Cauldron Lord Malvinius. Oh, he's undead, so yeah, of course. Should dagger dance with the undead. Can't kick that, by the way. Alright, we got the Dawson's Tears Cauldron Key. I can cannibalize him, though. An access panel to the cauldron remains securely fastened. In order to open it, you will need to find the key. The skeletal key found on the Cauldron Lord easily slides into a keyhole and then disappears, allowing you permanent access to it. Crude, viscous ichors pulsate through twisted tubes within the cauldron's underpinnings. There's a small spigot that the bottle fits well enough under, allowing you to draw a sample for Shadow Priestess Vandis, back at the bulwark. You carefully fill the bottle with enough of the cauldron's ichor for what you consider to be a suitable sized sample. With the poison in hand, it's time to return back to Shadow Priestess Vandis at the bulwark to complete the mission. Of course. But we're also going to sneak into the inn here. So this is the farm, this is the inn. I believe... Nope, Miss Dawson's diary is actually in the farm. Or the barn, I should say. Not a farm, it's a barn. And that's it right there on the floor, I see it. Take out 2, slip back into the shadows. Safely dagger dance on this guy. Three-point slice and dice should be fine. Probably overkill. Definitely overkill. A diary with yellowing pages lies open to the last entry. I don't know what's going to happen now. That Herald's turned. It took everything out of me to drag him into the only place I could find that'd lock him up tight and hold him. I hid the key on me and I pray it works. I hope I can get out of here, but I need money to do that. Our stuff's all in the cabinet, I think. And now that I think about it, doesn't Harold keep the key on him? I'll rest on it. I'm dead tired now. Interesting. It doesn't technically accept a quest first, but it does complete a quest, which then unlocks another quest locked away, which is in this house. Or I guess the tavern, I should say. not sure if I can bleed him, so I'm just going to dagger dance him just in case. An extremely sturdy cabinet stands before you, securely fastened shut by a built-in lock. The front of the cabinet is deeply scratched and marked. This could be surmised as being from numerous and violent failed attempts to reveal whatever secrets the cabinet currently obfuscates from view. If you're going to open this cabinet, you will need to find the key. Dawson cabinet key. So that must be what's out here. It's actually out in the outhouse, huh? The door to the outhouse has begun to splinter at the edges of the frame, as though it has been repeatedly and incessantly tried to be forced open. It is currently locked up tight from the outside of the outhouse. As you rattle the door, you hear a guttural moan come from the inside. Whatever's inside there, it certainly doesn't sound friendly. Caked it, nice. Volatile infection. So the disease is a, got the key, nice. The disease is something that we can kick. That's important to remember. We got the Dawson outhouse key. We also got a major health potion, that's huge. Using the key found on the skeleton of the former Miss Dawson. Oh no. You unlock the door to the outhouse. A bloodthirsty ghoul leaps from the outhouse, having been trapped inside for who knows how long. It is clear by the blood-curdling scream of the ghoul at your presence that the former Farmer Dawson is now beyond saving. The Dawsons. Okay, we can't. No, I can bleed him probably. Yeah, I can. Okay. So he's not technically. This is more of a ghoul, not like an undead, right? He actually still has kind of like meat on the flesh. The Dawson cabinet key. Let's sneak back up. The key taken from Farmer Dawson's ghoulish remains fits the lock perfectly. The doors of the cabinet swing open, revealing several items that remain intact and appear quite valuable. Farmer Dawson's shotgun and Dawson family wedding ring. Nice. This quest is worth like 6 gold. That's crazy. And 7,000 experience. We will take that. It feels like a zombie survival kind of quest. It's sick. I actually really liked this quest chain. Alright, let's head back to the bulwark, because I'm sure Vardis has more work for us. It's probably best if we go this way. Just try and get back on the road. Mulgris Deep River. The wildlife suffers too. There's a chain off this too. Let's go see... Well, no, I'm assuming Vandus is gonna... I said Vardis, Vandus, whatever. Vandus might send us to this farm next, so... That's crazy, man. 50,000 experience away from max level. Roughly 50 kills on mobs that give me 1,000 experience a kill. That's not very many in the grand scheme of things. We are close to, I'd say, the beginning of the end. Hitting 60 is going to be the beginning of the end. The true end is probably going to be Silithus. And there's not too much here, but there is a little bit that we're going to go here and do and kind of learn. And then, you know, when we're done with that, we'll go to probably the Undercity and wrap it up in the Undercity with this character in his hometown, Lordaeron. And just have him parked there in like a coffin. Like I said, if I ever want to log on to him and like get engineering maxed out for whatever reason, get fishing maxed out for whatever reason, work on my bow skills for whatever reason, right? Like I can. I thought when we hit 60 we were gonna like force that kind of thing of like get my unarmed to 300, get my swords to 300, get my professions to 300, but then as I played more I was like, you know, it'll be much more organic and authentic if I just see where we get our skills all the way up until we hit 60, right? And then like, okay, bam, 60, stop the clock, let's see what we did, right? We got mining done, we didn't get engineering, we were close. We got first aid done, we didn't get cooking or fishing, we were close though, we did really good. Our swords incredibly high, so right, that like that's just going to be something that I appreciate, I think, more than like stopping at 55 or 58 and then like going and fishing for 3 sessions straight just to get my fishing at 300. Like, what does it do anyways, you know? Vardis, return to the bulwark. We know that each cauldron employs a different mix of reagents to generate its plague-inducing toxins. Likewise, we know that we will need to develop a counteragent that is unique for each cauldron. Your sample from Dawson's Tears will be key to figure out the cauldron's distinct reagent requirements.
There is plenty in here for study. Well done, adventurer. For now, the next step is in our hands. We'll need to produce a list of reagents that, when combined with what is already in the cauldron, will act as its counter. The only way we will be able to introduce this is by placing the reagents into the cauldron directly. Apothecary Dithers will have more information on that, so be sure to speak with him as soon as possible.
Dithers, huh?
2 cauldrons have been successfully opened. While you'll be able to access them indefinitely, we still want to open up the other 2 that remain. This will provide all of us with more options to introduce the counter agent. This time you'll be hitting the Writhing Haunts cauldron. It is almost due east of Anderhall, relatively close to the ruined city walls. Again, eliminate the Cauldron Lord present there for its key. Use this bottle to obtain the sample from the cauldron. Good hunting, adventurer.
The Writhing Haunt. Let's talk to Werg. Thick Blade. What a name. Let's sell all this junk that we have, and then head back. 173. We were at like 177, and then we bought like 10 gold worth of training when we visited Farad. We exchanged some junk boxes for throwing knives, and what's really nice is, yeah, so 5 junk boxes does get you 200 more of these dusk steel throwing knives, which for me, these are the best throwing knives I can get in the game. So 5 boxes, a stack of the best throwing knives. Not a bad trade. I should be using the gun though when I'm not actively throwing, because it's an extra 5 agility stat stick. And we're still trying to get our gun skill up a little bit. 189 out of 295 it's still a little low. It could be, I'd like it at like 250 ideally. You know, that's where daggers are, and they can still hit almost every attack, so. But, well, look, we were right. I'm glad we waited. Dawson's Tears Cauldron. I don't know why these are repeatable, but I'm going to go ahead and hide them. %, boys. The Writhing Haunt. Oh, look, it's a roach. We could catch it for her ex-husband, I guess. We have a quest here too for Mulgris. We read about that, of course. And we have another cauldron. Freezing ghouls, rotting ghouls, fetid ghouls, or zombies. Whoa. Mulgris? Are you alright?
Please help me, brother. I will soon pass from this world.
Brother, I require
Though I
oats.
suffer, I know I shall not any more once I pass. The wildlife, though, my brother, the wildlife suffers too, and it knows no release. I ask for your aid with my last breaths of life.
Damn, he's literally dying, and he's like, please save the trees.
While there was little I could do alone to thwart the scourge, I nevertheless came to these lands to try and heal the damage done to nature. Animals suffer from the plague that continues to choke these lands, unable to find mercy and peace. I ask for you to continue what I could not finish here. There is no salvation for the suffering animals but a sweet and merciful release. Seek out diseased wolves nearby and put them down. Please, adventurer, end their misery. Doing so will surely soothe mine.
Destroy 8 diseased wolves. Okay. Let's throw on a new food buff as well, because we're going to be fighting around here for a minute, and then we're looking for wolves afterwards, so. Contagion of Rot. These things, they have ghoul rot, contagion of rot. They spread disease. There's the Cauldron Lord. Rizarch. He's immune. Not immune to that. Got the key. Let's see if I can get to the cauldron. Yep, an access panel on the key remains securely fastened. We have the key. It opens. A bottle fits well enough under, allowing us to draw a sample. You delicately top off the empty bottle. A sample of the foul substance that churns under the platform of the cauldron now oozes back and forth inside the fragile glass container. With the poison in hand, it's time to return to Shadow Priestess Vandus. Yep. Nice. Alright. Let's try and get some wolves on the way out. Ideally, like right around here, just come right back, turn this in, and then go to Vandus. We're making pretty decent time tonight. There's a wolf. Mind the executioners. Sword spec proc right away. We love that. And another one back to back. That's huge. We do so much damage at this point in the game. It's ridiculous. Probably going to keep that red wolf meat too, because I think we can make tender wolf steak with it, which is huge. The ruins of Andor Hall. Who would have thought finding wolves would be difficult? What the hell? And there's one. It's mostly spiders in the area, huh? Spiders have a white meat that we can cook and make a pretty good stamina food out of as well, so. It's a Scarlet Crusade camp. Three-point slice. Should be fun. Getting a good bit of that red wolf meat, that's really nice. I'm gonna try and get this quest done before we have to put on new poisons. That would be really nice. And yeah, we really need to restock the bags after tonight. I got on a little early, so we can definitely do that. I do need to record some other stuff after we're done playing WoW tonight, but I should have time to restock the bags. I don't think we're gonna hit 60 tonight. I think it'll be probably tomorrow. Judging on the speed of things, tomorrow or sometime over the weekend, but just chipping away at it. $190 on the guns. We need 2 more wolves after this one. Tender wolf meat. This seems to be Scarlet territory. I don't really think a lot of wolves are going to roam up here. We'll head back more towards the Writhing Haunt farm anyways, because that's where we need to go to turn this back in, so. Hopefully we can find 2 wolves on the way back down. Little plague bloom. Oh, there's one. Wolves are giving me, call it 5, call it 250, like 750 experience each. It's not terrible. They're level 53 too, so it's pretty safe to, like, you know, deal with them. We've got, what, 6 levels on them? Alright, last one. Most expensive thing the wolves drop, I think, is the thick furry mane. It's 8 silver each, but we've gotten 1 in 7 so far, so it's not a very high drop rate, but it's like 10 silver if you get one. Oh, that poor deer. Look at its eyes, man. Me at 5 a.m. in the morning waking up for work. Wolf, wolf, please. Wolf, please. Spider, no. No. That's a spider, no. Oh, God bless. That's a mithril. Oh, there was 2 back here. Nice. We end with 6 red wolf meat, 2 tender wolf meat. Gonna have to kill this executioner. I'm gonna have to dagger dance. He's undead. Riposte goes hard against these guys. Big crits. Alright, let's head back to Mulgris. There is a chain off of this, it seems. Brother.
I sense that the souls of those wolves you have put down now have rest. They and I thank you for a merciful release. The wolves are not alone in their suffering within this damnable place, adventurer. Please, I have need of you once more. To the east of where we are, near where the eastern plague lands begin, once proud and majestic grizzlies roamed the countryside. The plague released by the scourge has sundered these beasts too. They wander the countryside, agonized by the stiffening of their muscles and the rotting of their fur and flesh. I ask of you to end their misery as well. The only cure for their suffering is a swift death, one that must be ministered by your hand.
We will help. Of course. So now we need the bears that we've seen. See if we can find them and take them out too real quick. A lot of spiders in the Western Plaguelands. Not a single bear over here. What is it talking about? Bears can be over here. Garon's Withering. It's a farm full of wraiths down there. Bro, where are these bears? Oh, there we go. Let's pop on some fresh poisons. These bears have infected wound. Oh, there's 3 bears real quick. Let's go ahead and eat. Let's go ahead and just get topped off. Wasn't able to jump into stealth fast enough, but this is 4. That'll be 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. We'll leave these 2 kind of close to each other because I'm going to pull them when Blade Flurry comes off cooldown after I pull this one. Alright, let's grab 2 here. Actually, let's grab this one and then we'll grab those 2 and we'll be done on the 2. And we'll kind of pull this one back that way. We don't have sprint, so I'm gonna have to ranged pull here a little bit. The Weeping Cave. Two-point dice for now. Switch targets because the AoE will kill this one. Played this perfectly, honestly. 5-minute disease on me though. Physical damage taken is increased by 13. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best. Large bear bone as a weapon. 2 of those, 15 silver each. Let's head back to Mulgris and then we'll head back to Vandis. Dread Whisper. A pumpkin bag. Is this a Halloween rare only? 16 slot pumpkin bag. That's a really good bag. Mulgris, brother.
I know that the Grizzles have been put down, their torment at an end. I have one more thing for you. I wrote it down on this branch, sensing that my time in this realm had come to an end. Indeed, I am at that end. Thank you again, friend. The creatures of this accursed land may rest, and now shall I. With that, a heavy sigh is uttered by the druid, followed by what sounds like a death rattle.
Oh my god.
His body lies motionless on the cottage floor.
Jesus, this is heavy. Glyphed oaken branch. The body of the Tauren druid lies still and unmoving. It would seem as though he has finally passed from this world to his promised great beyond.
The lifeless hand of the Tauren druid clutches a surprisingly healthy-looking oaken branch. Examining the branch reveals glyphs of a druidic nature carved into the bark. As you grasp the branch, you notice it is warm to the touch more than it should be. The image of Thunder Bluff and Mulgore enters your mind, Elder Rise specifically, and the words Cenarian Circle are on the tip of your tongue. It would appear that the suggestion of where to take the branch has been placed within it.
Cool. Sirai's drape. Just a amalgamation of stats thrown on a cloak. So we are to, based on the magic enchanted within the glyphed oaked branch, its delivery to the Cenarian Circle in Thunderbluff is the next step the Tauren druids sought. Okay, seek one of the druids there. So eventually heading to Thunderbluff. Let's head back to Vandus. Damn. Oh. Flash freeze. Alright, back to Vandus for now, and then we'll probably... How much time do we have? About 15 minutes, roughly. I kind of want to just head back to Thunderbluff and turn this in, but also this could be the quest that gets us to 60.
The lifeless hand of the Tauren...
I guess out of all of my quests that I would want to get me to 60 that I have would be a one called the Champion of the Banshee Queen, right? So maybe we use this quest as our quest to get us to 60. Once I'm 1,450 experience away, we'll head to Nathanos Blightcaller. And he's just, you know, right there in the Eastern Plaguelands. And of course, we're going to have a ton of stuff to do here in EPL, but quests there, 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 there. Bunch of quests here, but a lot of these are dungeon / like PvP or repeatable quests that we'll hide and not really pay attention to. Once we successfully analyze the sample drawn from the Writhing Haunts cauldron, it will provide us with a third avenue to deliver a devastating counteragent against the Scourge.
Another finely executed mission, adventurer. This makes 3 cauldrons available to us to turn against the Scourge. If Kel Thuzad's necromantic dominance over these lands wasn't as strong as it currently is, I dare say you'd shut them down completely. Apothecary Dithers will have a report on what this cauldron, as well as the other cauldrons subverted, will require to deliver our counter-agent to the plague. With that, the time has come to bring the last cauldron of the West under our influence.
The last one.
The last cauldron that remains is located on a farm now called Garon's Withering. It is guarded by some of the Scourge's tougher minions, specifically wraiths and ghosts. They are not to be trifled with, adventurer. Garon's Withering is far to the east of the bulwark, close to where the eastern plaguelands begin. Again, eliminate the Cauldron Lord present there for its key. Here's your empty sample bottle. Bring it to me filled. May the shadows cloak you in safety for this dangerous mission, adventurer.
Thank you, Vandus. So it seems that Western Plaguelands is mostly about the Cauldron Lords and these farms, and kind of showing you the origin of the Scourge and the outbreak, and how they came to be, what's causing it, and like physically showing you their locations, right? So it's like, I don't know, that's cool. I like that. Kirsta Deep Shadow. We also need to go up there at some point. And I think Tyrion's actually in the eastern Plaguelands. We have to go through a cave up here that later becomes the Death Knight starting zone, I think. Or is it actually in the western Plaguelands and we have to go along this riverbank here? I can't remember. It's been so long. We're going to hide this one, the Writhing Haunt Cauldron. We'll do this last cauldron, that way we have all 4 cauldrons done, samples collected. We'll probably have a quest that takes us back into the Undercity, so we'll catch a Zeppelin and a flight to Orgrimmar / Thunderbluff. We'll turn in the Glyphed Oaken Branch quest. It's a nice 6,000 experience and a gold. And then we'll hearth back to the Undercity and turn in the Cauldron quest. After that, I think we're actually heading into the Eastern Plaguelands. But I imagine the Cauldron quest is going to have some chain that's going to have more stuff for me to do in this zone. And I imagine the very end of the chain is probably a dungeon quest that's going to take me into like Scholomance or something. And it's going to tie to more elite mobs, more difficult mobs, right? At least that's what I imagine. Or it might even take me into like a raid quest. I doubt that, but okay. I believe this is the farm. Garon's Withering. Where's our Cauldron Lord? There it is. Cauldron Lord Soul Wraith. Now, I obviously won't be able to bleed these things because they're ghosts, apparitions, so I should probably just dagger dance on it. I can stun it though, which is really nice. 5-point slice and dice. They have a fucking knockback? That's crazy. Ready to vanish if need be. Let's back up a little bit here. Didn't get to see what that was. Debilitating touch and cripple. Fresh stamina. I accidentally moved, so no stamina. Okay. That wouldn't have been too bad if it didn't knock me into a wraith that I wasn't ready for. Miss parry. Let some energy come back. Get rid of the crawlers. The bear flank can go. I want the Scourge Stones. fuck. I have to remember I have a bigger aggro range because these things are a higher level than the mobs I've been used to fighting. Can I bleed them? I can. Stamina and strength reduced by 20. Don't like that. An access panel to the cauldron remains securely fastened. In order to open it, you need a key, of course. The key disintegrates as it touches the lock. Slight clanking noise is heard from within, and the access panel swings open. There's a small spigot that the bottle fits well enough under, allowing you to draw a sample. You carefully close the spigot in the control panel, watching the putrid ichor drip into the empty bottle. With the poison in your hand, it's time to return to Shadow Priestess Vandis. Yep. I slipped out of stealth. We gotta wait for it now. 1 bar, holy. Wait. I think we're actually gonna hit 60 tonight. Holy shit. I guess it's gonna happen tonight, boys. That's 5,800 experience. This is 3,100. That's a total of 8,900. I think that's enough. Alright, I think we're gonna hit 60 tonight. Well, alright. We'll get it done tonight, and then tomorrow we'll start working on getting all of the quests in the final zones complete. I mean, it's mostly, at this point, a little bit left in Western Plaguelands, a good bit left in Eastern Plaguelands, and then a very small amount in Silithus. Silithus has probably 8 quests in total that aren't like PvP quests and that are actual quests in the zone that are going to chain to other things. So there's not too much there, but there is some stuff there. $285 on my poisons, out of $295 right now, but it'll be $300 soon. Oh man, I can't believe we're gonna hit 60 tonight. That's crazy. Finally, the end of the journey. Basically the end. A couple more quests afterwards just to wrap up the story, but the main goal, right? Let's empty out our bags real quick. Looks good to me. Vandis. Return to the bulwark. Garon's withering houses the last cauldron that we need to acquire access to here in the west. Once we have a sample of the plague from the cauldron, we will be able to introduce our reagents into the environment through 4 separate vessels. The Scourge will be hard-pressed to keep us out of all 4, even with the power of Kel'Thuzad behind them.
Congratulations, adventurer. You've unlocked the last cauldron for us. Apothecary Dithers will soon know what this cauldron requires as far as reagents needed for the mix. As for you, I am sure that High Executor Darrington will want to thank you personally for the assistance you've given us. Without you, our struggle against the Scourge would have been nearly insurmountable. I thank you, mighty adventurer.
Of course.
Beware.
That opens up a new quest with Darrington. Hey, there's Dithers.
What would you ask of death?
Mission accomplished.
Adventurer, your successful re-engineering of the cauldrons is a tremendous victory for us. Let all within my presence here, for service to the Forsaken and to the Horde as a whole, above and beyond what was expected, in the face of overwhelming odds.
Not yet. I think this is actually going to be the quest that we use to get to 60. This seems like a good one. And I'm assuming it's going to give me experience. Let me do some research real quick. Well, classic mission accomplished. Let's see. Does this give me experience? Yes, 9,300. That should do it, no? I think this does it. I'm at 202. This apparently gives me 9,300. I'm worried if it doesn't. Just to be safe, we'll go to Thunderbluff real quick. We'll turn that quest in Thunderbluff, and then we'll come back here and we'll turn this one in. This one's only going to give me 5,800. That should get me right on the cusp, and then we'll hearth back here. So let's head up to Brill. Let's grab a Zeppelin. I'll pause as we fly, and then I'll resume when we get to Thunderbluff. We'll talk to Nara, then we'll hearth. We'll run back over to the Bulwark, and we'll talk to Darrington, who will congratulate us on a big moment against the Scourge battle, and that'll be our introduction quest into 60. I feel like that'll be a really good quest to kind of ding 60 on. This is exciting, man. It's my first max level character in hardcore. I'd gotten close twice. And by close, I mean the 40s. But it feels really good to... I don't know, this character has just felt really good the way that we played them. Only doing like an hour, hour and a half. At most, I think the longest session we ever had was like almost 2 hours. I think we played for like an hour and 45 minutes or an hour and 50 minutes or something like that. Oh, we're gonna miss the Zeppelin, no. But it's just been really fun and rewarding to like grow with this character very slowly over time. Oh no. Please tell me it just got here. Do I have a little bit of time? Please, 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 please. Yes. Literally just made it. Oh, we love that. Things are working out for me. Just made it, lads. Phew. GC. On my way to ding 60. Woo. It's been a long journey. Good luck. Vicalton and Scorned. What names? Bizqua. And mine is only beginning. Pet the mechanical chicken. We'll salute Vical. We'll bow to Scorned. Safe travels, brother. I wish you all the best luck on your journey. You as well, brother. We took 11 damage from that. Alright, I'm going to pause here. I'll resume when we get to Thunderbluff, and we will talk to Nara. So I'll see you guys there in just a second. Alright, gamers, we just touched down in Thunderbluff. Let's go talk to Nara. We've spoken to her before, many times before, actually, throughout our journey. She's part of the Cenarian Circle. We'll bring her this branch that Mulgris had on him when he died. We'll turn this in. That should get us basically at like 99% into 59, and then we'll hearth back to the Undercity, head back to Darrington, and turn in Mission Accomplished, and that will be our mission accomplished to hit 60. Core and Gorm. Nara, sweet sister. Glyph Oaken Branch. On behalf of the Cenarian Circle, I bid you welcome to this enclave, Rogue. What business do you have with us?
This is from Mulgris, you say. We had heard he sought to minister to the creatures suffering in the Plague Lands, but this is most unexpected and most saddening. Mulgris was a good friend. I will mourn his passing deeply. His efforts have not gone in vain thanks to your diligence. In this branch, much lore is stored about the plague the Scourge propagates upon the land. We will study it diligently. As for you, please accept this. It is the least we can do for your noble efforts. The Druids in the Wailing Cavern.
Nice. This is a dungeon quest for Wailing Caverns. We skipped on this way earlier in the adventure, but all right, let's hearth. We are now at 100%. You're literally like 1,000 experience away from 60. So we'll hearth. Bunch of undead hanging around. Jump in the elevator. Oh man, I can't believe it. We actually got to 60, boys and girls. Whew. First try on this whole YouTube shenanigans too. And we took some risks. There are some things that we did that were safe, sure, because I'm recording this and I wanted to guarantee we get to 60, but there were some times where we took some risks. There was a lot of close calls. All of them captured. And, moving forward with hardcore, any other character that we decide to play and try and hit 60 with, I won't have nearly as much experience or confidence on that class as I do with this class here, right? So next up, we're thinking about starting the Druid. I'm not a good Druid player at all. I've hardly played Druid throughout all of WoW's life cycle. I have had Druid alts, but I am not a Druid player. I'm very, very bad at them, so I'm very excited to have the opportunity to learn a new class and figure out how to master it and what really good combat looks like, and pushing them to their limits and seeing what you can do with the class. It's really fun to master a class. That's where I get enjoyment out of the game still after all these years, is mastering a class, right? Like I've done with Rogue. It feels like I've mastered this class for sure, in my opinion. But again, this is only the start of the end here. We'll hit 60, but we're not just going to stop this series with this character right there. This character is going to be a little more unique than the other characters. We're going to finish all of the quests in the game. So all that we have left, of course, is the Western Plaguelands, the Eastern Plaguelands, and Silithus. So we'll hit 60. I'll probably wrap it up there for tonight. And then moving forward, we'll probably have another 5 to 10 episodes tops. I don't imagine it's going to be 10, but I imagine it'll be like 5 to 8. And we'll try and finish up all the quests. And that's when we'll wrap up this character. So, Darrington, mission accomplished.
Adventurer, your successful re-engineering of the cauldrons is a tremendous victory for us. Let all within my presence here, for service to the Forsaken and to the Horde as a whole, above and beyond what was expected, in the face of overwhelming odds and incredible danger, might I add, I give Adventurer this, and I extend upon him our undying gratitude as a true hero of the Horde. Huzzah.
Huzzah, boys. Level 60. Let me get a screenshot. Goodbye. Oh, baby! Our portrait has finally upgraded to the gold portrait. Someone hit me with a grats. Grats! Oh, it's happening! People hit me in chat. Oh, that's so sick. Let's drink up, boys. Let's fire off some fireworks. Woo! Get tipsy! Light them up. Yeah, baby. We did it, guys. We did it. Level 60. Hardcore Ironman. Thank you so much, SSF Ironman. Woo! Thank you so much, SSF Ironman. Woo! Same thing to both of them. Alright, guys. Let's head back to the Undercity. I'm going to keep the Intrepid Shortsword. This is an iconic weapon for me just because it's the quest that we hit 60 on, right? It's a great looking sword too, honestly. Let me just pull up paint on the side and save that right there. Bingo bango. That's sick. Stoked on this, guys. Let's check our played. 10 days, 10 hours, 53 minutes, 58 seconds. My next tune I'm going to try SF seems super hard though. It's not as bad as you think. You got this. It's not as bad as you think. I'm a little drunk. Celebrating 60. Sorry, boys. Let's put our final talent point into elusiveness. Bam. And we are maxed out. 11, 33, 7. Take a look at our gear. We had the Undercity Reservists. Undercity Reservists cap, the Ethereal Talisman, the Failed Flying Experiment, the Deep River Cloak, the Chieftain's Breastplate of Agility, this thing is crazy, the Mighty Arm Splints of the Monkey, the Blight Leather Gloves, the Sentinel Girdle of the Monkey, Panther Hunter Leggings, Excelsior Boots, Ring of the Underwood, Band of Allegiance, the Title Charm, and of course, the Blazing Emblem. We also had the Serpent Slicer, the Ebon Scimitar of the Monkey, and the Mithril Blunderbuss. Now imagine I just send it and we get elevator killed right there. That'd be fucking awful, man. Ah. Level 60, man. I guess we need to get our training too, huh? go do that before we log off for the night. I gotta find a space for the sword. There we go. Alright, we need to head to the rogue quarters. About to drop a band. We ended up with 177 gold. About to burn through a good bit of that real quick. Probably like 50 gold real quick, I'd bet. Let's see how much we end up spending. Carolyn Ward, do you remember us?
With the sanction of Lord Varamathras, the Deathstalker's numbers grow. More blades to strike at our enemies when they least expect it.
True. Okay, we're gonna learn Rupture, level 5, or rank 5. Sorry, rank 6, actually. 5 gold, oof. Stealth, rank 3. This basically just increases our speed at which we move around while we're stealthed. So currently it's minus 35. This minuses it by 30, right? So, and then other than that, everything else is extra. So now that we're 60, time to just whew. About 70 gold worth of training there, but we got all of our rogue training. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We didn't learn anything new, but we gained a lot of ranks in every ability, basically. And we're still at 100 gold when I sell this stuff, so. Jeremiah?
Want to buy a cockroach?
No. Take my stuff, though. 100 gold. Yeah, that looks good to me. Alright, guys. We did it, man. We hit 60. I can't believe it. Like I said, the adventure isn't over just quite yet. We've still got some more quests to do, both in the Western Plaguelands, the Eastern Plaguelands, and Silithus. So we probably have another 5 episodes on this character before we switch over to the Alliance and start up the Druid. But we also might take a little break between Hardcore and this character and the next character and start something else in that interim. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear, but I'm going to call this one here for now, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night for the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love. And God bless, gamers. We hit 60. Let's go, baby. We did it. We did it. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love. God bless.